Hello and welcome back to Soul Sisters Tarot. This is our first episode of our new show, our weekly AstroTarotScope. And so what we're going to do here each week is I'm going to give I'm Julie, by the way, and
I'm Lexi.
Hi, and we are Soul Sisters Tarot. And we are going to do a brief synopsis of the upcoming astrology of the week. Each week is going to run from Sunday through the following Saturday. I'll go ahead and give you the dates, and they'll be clearly marked within each episode. But we'll go through the upcoming astrology of the week, some big things that are going on astrologically, and they're especially concentrating on what the moon is doing. Because around here at Soul Sisters Tarot, we are moon girls, aren't we? So, we're going to be talking more about what the moon is doing. And then for the fun of it, Lexi is going to take over with the weekly TarotScope. Ta-da. And so what we're going to do is one tarot card. Go ahead and give them your final shuffle. We're going to go one tarot card and one of the Wild Offerings card. We're going to start with the sign of Aries, and we're going to go all the way through the zodiac. We highly suggest that you listen to your sun, your moon, and your rising sign. But it is noteworthy that rising sign seems to be a lot of times the most accurate for horoscopes. I know that magazines print sun signs, but if it was my suggestion, I actually think it goes rising, moon, and then but I would listen to all three of them. You can listen all the way through, or you can look for the timestamps down below to check out your own sign. So that's what we'll be doing here on the weekly AstroTarotScope. So let's go ahead and get this kicked off with the week of Sunday, August 22nd through Saturday, August 29th. So the most noteworthy, biggest thing that definitely of this week is the blue moon that actually occurred yesterday. We are a day late getting started with our first episode. We apologize. So this is going to go up on Monday, but actually we start with yesterday's energy. But this moon is so powerful that it has been flavoring the last probably week and will continue for probably the next week. So we missed the exact time yesterday, but let's talk about why this moon was so special. If you looked outside and you saw that it's a full moon, that might have looked just like your normal old full moon. However, yesterday's was extra special because it was the second full moon occurring in the same calendar month, which automatically makes it a blue moon. But then to make it even more special, it also, both full moons back to back occurred in the sign of Aquarius. So how that has to happen, the moon takes 28 days to go around the cycle, so 28 degrees. So the only way that you can have two, either new moons or full moons back to back like that, is if one occurs at 0 degrees and the other occurs at 29 degrees. So that is what happened. A month ago, we had the first full moon in Aquarius at 0 degrees. Yesterday, we had the second full moon also in the sign of Aquarius at 29 degrees. And the third thing that made this really special was because that occurred back to back like that in Aquarius, it reset our lunar cycle back to normal. So if you're an astrology buff, you know exactly what I'm talking about. If you're a little newer to astrology, what I mean is sometimes based on just time in the sky and the math, sometimes the full moon gets ahead of its corresponding new moon. So typically the lunar cycle should go from new moon and then across the zodiac wheel to its corresponding pair to its full moon 2 weeks later, and then back to the next new moon in the following sign. But sometimes that gets flipped backwards, and that's what's been going on for most of this year. So yesterday, when that second full moon in Aquarius hit, it matched up to its zodiacal sun partner Leo, And so it actually reset it back to the normal way, because we've been going full and then new, full and then new, instead of new and then full. So it reset our lunar calendars back to the way that we like it. So that's going to help, because I think from now on, the rest of the months of this year are going to seem like they flow a little bit easier than the first ones did. And that's because we were flowing in the opposite direction. We were starting with the full moon, the releasing and the letting go. And then we were building our way up to the new moon.
Yeah, instead of...
Yeah, now it's flip-flop. So now we're going to be back to the normal way of, we start with the new moon and then we build up to the corresponding full moon. So that was a great thing that happened yesterday. I think that it was because it was the second one occurring in Aquarius, like we've been talking around here. It seems like everything is just about friendships and friendship circles and relationships, and definitely.
Soul tribes.
Yeah, definitely. So you may or may not have been feeling that through the last couple of weeks, and probably in through this next upcoming new moon 2 weeks away. So that was the most noteworthy thing to kick off the week. The other thing that I want to double back on, it actually occurred last Friday, but it's still a little bit noteworthy. Nothing to get too excited about, but the planet Uranus went retrograde in the sign of Taurus, and that started back on Friday, 8/19. I do not have the retrograde cycle for Uranus in front of me right now, so I'm not sure when the end date is. I forgot to write that on here, but anyways, Uranus is going to be shaking some things up in the financial aspect. Also I'm feeling like all of a sudden as I'm saying this, that this is going to shake some things up wherever Venus is hitting in your chart. Because Venus is the ruler of Taurus. That's why I'm going there. All of a sudden that just came in. But Uranus, the planet of surprise, is going retrograde in the sign of Taurus, of possessions. I think that this is a wonderful time to rethink your financial plan, rethink your investments, look at your bank accounts, make changes to the way that you handle your money, I think is what would be a wonderful time to utilize this energy of Uranus going retrograde in the sign of Taurus. So as far as the moon goes, the rest of the week, Monday, today, and tomorrow, the moon will be in Pisces. Now, right after this blue moon, full moon in Aquarius occurred, the sun also transitioned from the sign of Leo, from the fiery, passionate sign of Leo, into the earthy sign of Virgo. That occurred on the same day. So the sun and the moon changed right after this full moon. The sun changed from Leo to Virgo. The moon changed from Aquarius to Pisces, because they were both right at the end cycle there. So what that means is Monday morning here has been a total fresh energy change. It is completely different than it was yesterday, because the sun is in a different place and the moon is in a different place. So we went from fire and air to earth and water. So this Virgo sun with a Pisces moon on Monday and Tuesday, August 24th and 25th. I am thinking that Pisces moon is begging us to close out the chapter and the cycles that we just went through with all this deep healing work. Take a little extra time to rest and contemplate. Go within, give yourself some credit, give yourself some of those pats on the back that you've been needing, because you've been working really hard. Take a little bit of a rest, because then on Wednesday kicks off, the moon enters a brand new cycle into the sign of Aries. So we have the fiery sign of Aries flavoring Wednesday and Thursday. So I think that's when the sign of Virgo, the sun sign, is going to get a kick in the pants. I think starting about Wednesday of this week, we're going to feel a natural energy to want to clean, declutter, organize, work on projects. The sign of Virgo, I always feel wonderful in the sign of Virgo, because I get a lot of things done. It seems like you just have that natural energy to just do all the little things that make you feel so good. And I think matching that up with the fiery sign of Aries for the moon is going to give Wednesday a whole new fresh energy. I think that's going to go on in through Thursday. And then I think by the time we hit Friday and Saturday, the August 28th and 29th, 2021, we're going to end up at the end of the week with a double Earth. Because now we're going to have the sun in Virgo, but we're going to have the moon in Taurus. So that fixed Earth energy of Taurus then I think is really going to bring a lot of stability and grounding to the weekend, Friday, Saturday, and going on into Sunday. I think that the fruits of your inspired action, the labor of your inspired action that you were taking, especially on Wednesday and Thursday, is going to really start showing up, and you're going to feel a lot more grounded and secure. And I'm really getting a good energy off of the weekend. I'm really liking that Virgo-Taurus combo. I'm thinking that that is what we need right now after coming off of all that fire and air. I'm thinking we need just that double dose of grounding Earth to just sort of settle.
All those seeds you've planted are starting to come up.
Oh, that's pretty. Yeah, I like that. I sat with this morning and asked Spirit for any other notes on that. Pretty much what I got. I'm sorry I didn't really get a chance to. We kind of did this spontaneously here, but we're just going with it. Mending relationships. The Three of Cups card came out this morning when I was doing my reading, and I think that the mending relationships is there's a lot of forgiveness and a lot of healing that is needed to lead into some fresh new perspective to go off in this new better chapter that you're entering. Three of Cups and Ace of Wands are the two cards that came out this morning during my reading when I was analyzing the upcoming astrology of the week. When I was looking at Monday and Tuesday, the Virgo Sun Pisces Moon combo, I was getting that it's a balancing act within, and that this is a period of integrating the new perspective gained from that blue moon, from the healing of that blue moon. So the words that I heard come out right then was get your mind right. So I think that Monday and Tuesday is a wonderful time to work on your mindset issues that you've seen that were highlighted throughout that blue moon, and maybe some of the more healing or possibly explosive moments that you experienced through that. Go back on that, analyze that, and look at how can I gain some fresh perspective to move on in a new and better way, to be the next best version of myself. Mm-hmm. Wednesday and Thursday, I had Judgment and the World come out. And what I heard was the universe is supporting you now. Take massive inspired action. I also had the Knight of Cups and the Page of Wands and the Page of Pentacles come out during that. So I love, 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 love the energy of Wednesday and Thursday. I'm so excited to see all of the progress that gets made on Wednesday and Thursday.
Me too.
Yeah. Friday, Saturday, double Earth. Install abundance mindset beliefs is what I heard Spirit say when I was looking at that. So I think taking that mindset thing all the way in through the weekend, and I'm thinking that double Earth combination is really begging for security, financial security especially. So I think Spirit is saying take that time to lean in and get really clear and make sure that you're thinking the thoughts that are going to get you where you want to go. Mm-hmm. Because what you think, you start to act upon, and what you start to act upon is what you become, and then what you become is how you're creating your life. So maybe just take a moment and look at that. So anything you want to add to this week's Astrocast, Lexi?
I think that was lovely.
Thank you. So that again was for the week of Sunday, August 22nd, 2021 through Saturday, August 29th. So with that, I am going to turn the table over to Lexi for this week's TarotScope.
Alrighty. So here we are going to start with the Aries, and I'm going to pull the tarot first and then the other cards as well. So we have the Ten of Cups, and doubt. Okay. So what I'm seeing from the Ten of Cups energy and is like you're starting to feel whole again in that sense. You've been doubting what you needed in your life for a while, but now you're starting to come back to what you really want and need. Starting to feel whole again. You've been doubting yourself for a long time, but now it's coming back to completeness in your life.
Especially after all that healing that we just went through, that blue moon, Yeah, I agree. So Aries, how can you fill your own cup up and feel whole again? Stop doubting yourself.
And then Taurus.
So Taurus, sun, moon, and rising.
The Hierophant. And striving. Well, I liked what we did in a previous reading when it was standing and pausing at the ledge and climbing up. And I'm getting that same energy from the striving, like just keep going with yourself with that Taurus energy. Like,
I think it's finally time to get moving again.
Yeah. Like
I think we were stuck for a reason.
Yeah, we
but now
have
it's
been
finally
stuck.
time to get moving.
I've been talking to a lot of friends and everyone seems to feel stuck in a weird time.
Yeah.
But now it seems to be the moment to push forward and go for what you want.
Yeah. Yeah, so Taurus, put one foot in front of the other and keep moving.
Yeah. All right. Gemini. The King of Pentacles. And money.
Ooh.
Gemini. So being the communication wizard you are, I'm going to describe you as, I feel like you've had some knowledge come into your life of how to use your money in this sense. You're getting a new perspective on money as well. Getting wiser about money in this sense. Someone's coming along and helping you along the way in your communication with that Gemini energy. All right. Anything else you want to say?
No, I think you nailed it. I like that. Working on that money mindset.
Yeah. All right. Cancer, temperance, and confidence. All right. So Cancer, being the loving, caring person you are, I'm really getting the rainbow. I don't know if you can see it here, but I'm getting drawn to that rainbow energy from filling her cup. And like the Cancer right now has been seeing the darkness and kind of looking for little bits of light in her life. But she's got to realize that there's so much around that she's just not even looking at. She's just focusing on the one thing. She's only focusing on this. She's got to build her horizons and see what's out in front of her. And with the confidence card I'm getting from that is be bold in what you want and go after what you want and be free. You're free to do what you want too, in that sense. All right. Anything else you have to add?
No, I love that. That was pretty.
All right. Leo, the Death card, and creative blocks. All right. So with that Leo energy, definitely been feeling it's been a transformation process for you. And back to, what was it? Taurus, being stuck, you were in that same place as well. And it's been a new perspective, new beginnings time for you. And the block has been kind of lifted from your life in that sense. You're releasing the blocks and restrictions in your life, and what you're releasing, what you don't need. You're cutting off the dead ends in your life. That's what I'm getting from that card.
Yeah. And the death card could also be like death and rebirth. So now that block is cleared out, it's time for the rebirth.
Mm-hmm. All right. And then Virgo, Judgment, and Divine Timing. Very nice. All right. So
and Virgo's happy birthday this month.
Oh, yes.
We just moved into Virgo season.
Yes, we did. So with this Virgo energy, I've been feeling give me a second to think.
Yeah. No, that's all right. Sometimes we have to take a minute to tune into spirit to see how we're feeling about it. The Judgment card just keeps coming up today. I was pulling cards for myself this morning, and I was trying to pull cards for the energy of the week. I don't think I've seen the Judgment card come out that many times in a row. And it's funny because, okay, so the sun went into Virgo this last night. The Judgment card, divine timing. There's something that wants to come through here, but I'm choking up on my words. I know. So it's something like I feel like we need to do this. No. I feel like we need to take these and say, this was Leo, this is Virgo, or like, and then like maybe into the next one. I don't know. There's something like a connection where like this block was here and this was holding you back, but now that was all in divine timing. You needed to be stuck for that period of time.
Yeah.
You had to be stuck, but now divine timing is coming in Judgment, like balancing the scales. Like I feel like it's like now that this ended, we're balancing the scales. I feel like,
I know, it's all,
you know what? I feel like the answer is the next card, like Virgo gets 2.
Virgo gets
so 2. Yeah. So that is Virgo. And that is Virgo.
King of Wands.
That's like a connection.
And aging.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, then that definitely just threw me straight into like your health and fitness routines. With the King of Wands and the aging card.
Your habits.
Virgo is the master of the habits. Yeah, so maybe not necessarily
do what benefits you.
Well, let's expand out on that aging and call it just like stressors in your life that would age you. Like that's kind of like, let's call it like stress instead of aging.
I can see that with the stress.
That was what just popped into me when I was like, yeah, the things that are stressing you out in life, the things that are in your daily routine and your habits, the clutter in your house, the paperwork.
Kind of think of like we all think we don't have enough time to.
Running out of time.
Running out of time.
Yeah, maybe that's where Spirit's going with the aging, running out of time. Mm-hmm. We feel like we're running out of time. I like that. But the divine timing card next to that, we're supposed to feel, we were supposed to get to this point where we feel like we're running out of time. But why, Spirit? That's, this is a complex, funny message.
Is it just to get us going? I'm feeling?
Well, I'm thinking so that let's bring the message back to Virgo. So I'm thinking this was the connector. So let's put this and this back up here and call that Virgo's message. So King of Wands and running out of time or aging or...
I feel like we're not quite done with Virgo, but at the same time, I feel like we're done with Virgo at the same time.
Well, I think we need to deliver the message for Virgo, which I believe the King of Wands. Okay, here's how all right, I'm finally getting it. Okay. I finally got it. Thank you, Spirit. Okay. Sorry, there's a loud semi-truck passing by the house. We're working on the soundproofing, but it's a process. We got to do what we got to do.
You know the things.
So King of Wands and the aging card. Okay. The King of Wands wants his vitality back. So he's got to look at his daily routines and get the things that are unnecessarily causing him stress and aging him and wearing him down and address those things and make different choices to get a different result. And then he's going to get that King of Wands vitality back. I think that's the message for Virgo, is to look at your routines, look at what you're doing. What are you eating? What are you putting in your body? How are you moving? You exercising? What kind of your work habits, how are you organizing stuff? Even like your phone. Like, are there little tweaks and stuff that you've been meaning to get to that would make your life easier and de-stress you, but you just haven't done it? I think that's the message, Virgo. Go do those things because you're going to feel better. You're going to feel like you got more time back. You're not going to feel like you're running out of time. It's not going to feel like it's aging you. It's going to feel like it's revitalizing you when you take away that unnecessary stress. So that's what I think.
I can agree with that too. I like that. All right. Let's move on to Libra. Knight of Wands. And impatience. Well, after our divine timing, aging, and all this, I think the Libra energy is going to tell us that we were trying to rush things for ourselves. But we needed to kind of slow down.
We had to slow down and do the healing and the growth, or else we'd have ran off too fast in the wrong direction. Yeah. Knight of Wands, he's a fast card. He's quick. Very impatient, but...
He was running too fast.
He's running too fast in the wrong directions without a plan or a map or a compass or Google Maps or anything.
He was just running.
Yeah. So Libra, slow down. Make sure you're running in the right direction.
Yeah.
And I know that sometimes those blocks and those divine timing, but what's the other word that we, like spiritual detours. I'm thinking the coyote card. We're always talking about coyote, the spirit animal, which is divine detours. And sometimes, Libra, you're not supposed to get there that fast. You're supposed to slow down because there's something that you have to be, to do, to have, somebody you got to meet, something that's got to shift, something that's got to pop, a new level of perspective, an experience that you have somewhere, traveling, whatever it is. There's something that you need to do before you can move on.
You got to remember you got to have that balance in your life.
Yeah. Yeah, balance those scales, Libra. Don't be impatient. Look for the blessings on those detours. Mm-hmm. Moving on to Scorpio.
Scorpio. Two of Wands and spaciousness. I was like, words escaped me.
Boy, I feel like these are building right upon one
I know they
another.
really are. I know. I was like,
I think we're traveling the zodiac with one continuous
really-
message. So let's just do it that way.
I know.
I think that's how we're being guided.
I know.
So moving on to Scorpio.
As we continue the journey.
Oh, I'm getting it right away for Scorpio, especially after that last message from Libra, by clearing out those things that were, well, and going back to Virgo, by clearing out those things that were weighing you down, you're creating that spaciousness within you to be able to do some new things, to get some vitality back, to be able to go off and try some new things, which the Two of Wands, then that goes into looking out to take that next journey.
Mm-hmm. You're freeing yourself.
Yeah, so Scorpio, look within and see where you can clear up some room. What are you ready to let go of?
Mm-hmm.
Create some spaciousness so you can do more things that light your soul on fire.
Yeah. Sagittarius. 10 of Wands. Companionships.
Woohoo!
They really are just building upon each other, aren't they? Sagittarius, the wandering. Wow. I can really see that with the 10 of Wands. It's time to go on the journey of doing the new things in your life. Maybe making some new friendships and doing some new things.
I think Sagittarius has been wandering alone for a while.
Yeah.
Maybe it's time for a new companion.
Yeah.
Especially because aren't there two of them in the card?
No, there's only one.
Oh, I can't see across here.
It's like a little bow and arrow.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Sagittarius, what I'm feeling there is like there's some sort of a new, you're supposed to feel a new sense of companionship and connection, but it doesn't necessarily have to be a new romantic partner. I know some of you are not looking or are already,
or kind of like you've been feeling like you've been pushed away for some friends for a while, like you've been alone, but you're trying to come back to reconnect with the people you want to as well.
Instead of wandering off alone so much, time to reconnect.
Yeah.
Yep, so Sagittarius, look for some new ways this week you can connect with people on a new level, whether that's just picking up the phone and calling a friend, even texting a friend, going to grab coffee, going out, maybe actually trying to find a new companion. Maybe this is the message that some of you need to hear, that it's time to join that dating app, Sag. So, Sagittarius, so there's some new companionship coming on the horizons for you this week.
Very nice. All right. Let's move on to Capricorn. 6 of Cups. And mistakes.
Oh, Capricorn, that would be me.
I know. I was just looking at you like, oh, God.
What did you do?
Oh, buddy.
Oh, 6 of Cups. Past memories. That one's got to be going straight for kicking yourself for mistakes from the past. It could be the 6 of Cups, could be a childhood love interest or a previous love interest. You could go that route as well.
Mm-hmm. But I think we've been getting that energy a lot this week, that families have been like reevaluating each other as well and coming together more.
Airing grievances.
Yeah.
A lot of airing grievances is what I like. A lot of like, this is what I felt like back when you did this, blah, blah, blah. Like, I know we've had a ton of that in our family, but it was good. It was beneficial. We leaned in and did it for fun.
It was just hard.
Tell me all the
Tuesday
reasons
night
you
around
hate me.
It was another Tuesday night around here.
Right, another Tuesday night. Tell me all the wounds from childhood that pissed you off when I was your mother, Lexi. And we did. And you know what, dude? If you got the guts to do that kind of healing work together, it's very beneficial, isn't it?
It was.
Yeah, it takes some guts.
Next thing you know, you get home at 10 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock at night, go for a walk, and then next thing you know, you're doing radical self-care at 2 a.m., painting your toenails and doing face masks.
Welcome to the happy hippie life, Carol. Yeah. That's what we do around here. But yeah, Capricorn, I think kicking yourself from some mistakes.
Yeah.
And it's time to stop that because you did the best you could at the time with what you had, with the mindset you had, the tools you had, the resources you had, the people that were around you. You did the best you could. Now that you are down the road further, yes, you have different perspective. Yes, you could have, should have, would have done this, but at the end of the day, you can't change it. Yeah. So stop kicking yourself, Cap. It's time to get moving up a new mountain in a different way, and you're not going to make those same mistakes again, but stop kicking yourself.
Hopefully forgive and forget.
Yes.
Let's move on to Aquarius. 4 of Wands and change.
Ooh, something to celebrate.
Ooh.
Yeah, Aquarius, I think you are celebrating all of the radical changes you have been making in your life lately.
Yeah.
I think Aquarius has been just charged up with this Leo Aquarius 2 full moons whole thing we had going on.
He's ready for that new start, you know?
Oh, I'm thinking I'm an Aquarius moon, and I have a couple people around me that are also Aquarius moons and Aquarius suns, and I'm noticing that Royce sort of made a lot of changes and feeling that a little bit of freedom. I'm thinking that 4 of Wands is doing the happy dance over there for making it through that challenging month.
I've been doing my happy dance all morning. I don't know.
Yeah. That's awesome. So also Aquarius could be looking for how can they be the change in the world.
Yeah.
I like that message too. You know, we're always saying about be the good around here. You know, be the good you want to see in the world. Mm-hmm. Everybody wants to see the world a better place. Hey, guys, come on, step up. We're doing it over here. Step up. If everybody steps up and says, let's turn this thing around, which is definitely what Aquarius is doing. That's why I think that this has been like the age of Aquarius kind of a year. And I'm sorry, I'm decent at astrology, but I am not far enough in that I can recall all of those dates. That's just not my gift. I am not one of those astrologers that can fire off all of those, but I can get you to the basics of it. And here's what I think about this Aquarius energy. Aquarius is the sign of radical change. And the last year, aside from 2021, that we had, I believe this is what I heard, that we had this much Aquarius influence was, I believe, around 1993, 1994. And that was when like the grunge rock band era and all of that, Nirvana and all of that kicked up in Seattle. Mm-hmm. And it started like an entirely new movement of these kids that were like, I don't want to do that kind of music. I don't want to do that kind of music. And like literally just rose up with this whole new thing. Like that is Aquarius. Like Aquarius does not want to fit in a box. Mm-hmm. They will crumple the box up and throw it back at you. There's no way they're getting in the box. And that to me is saying, Aquarius, you're a leader. What kind of little change can you see next that you could make just the slightest tweak in either your mindset, your actions, your daily habits, your beliefs, who you're surrounding yourself with, what kind of things you're doing, what you're filling your mind with, all of the things. What is one little tweak that you could do that is going to get you to that next big change that you think is going to light up at least your little corner of the world and make it a better place.
I always like the saying, be the change you want to see in the world.
Yeah, absolutely.
Gets me.
Yeah, so Aquarius, go make some changes.
You
Be
got
the
this,
change maker.
All right. On to me.
And the final sign of the zodiac, Pisces, Lexi's sign.
7 of Wands and true love.
Ooh, I'm going to let you take the floor on this.
Ooh. It's a rough one. Really wish you didn't do that.
Well, I tell you what, that true love could also be true self-love. So let's open that up to not just romantic love, but also self-love. True love for yourself and others. And what do we got here? 7 of Wands. Now, we're intuitive tarot readers, so look at that image and see what's coming out. That's a different deck of cards than I'm used to.
I'm getting more of like a fighting, like fight for what you want, fight for what you love energy from that, because I don't know if you can see the 7. And then with the true love, I'm getting like self-love, true like, you know what you want and need. And you have to fight for what you want and need.
Yeah, and then hold that up. You can do it better from your angle. Hold it up. It's a trick. Up just a little bit. Yeah, you see right there? See those wands at the bottom that are pointed at him? It's almost like people are attacking him for his beliefs, but he's got his shield up and he's defending what he believes is right.
Yeah. Like,
So I just wanted to point out those wands at the bottom that are like pointing at him, but he's like confidently standing his ground.
Yeah. I'm getting like drawn to the word like sovereignty on this card. I don't know why. Like that's your fight to go after what you want. Take the stand. Be the change of Aquarius.
Do the thing, Pisces. Do the thing.
Do the things.
So, all right. Well, thank you for joining us for the first weekly episode of the AstroTarotScope here with Soul Sisters Tarot. We hope you enjoyed that, and we will be back in a few more days with the upcoming episode for next week that will be starting on Sunday, August 30th, 2021. So, thank you, and we'll see you soon.